The Office for National Statistics is considering making the gender question voluntary in the 2021 National Survey. Quotes, for the benefit of intersex and non-binary people. Really? How will that benefit them? It would mean anyone filling out the form would not be obliged to answer male or female. If you're doing a census, and bear in mind this is... Oh, perhaps I need to tell you why. Do you know? I'm sure you do know why we do censuses, but those, perhaps the children on their way to school. So the reason that every 10 years... your mum and dad, or whoever it might be, your grandparents, are asked to fill boxes about how many bathrooms they've got and where they drive, how many times they go on the road, and whatever else it might be, and how many people were in that house that night, is that's how it helps local authorities and indeed central government plan for roads and railways and everything else, and influence policy at both local and national level. They can point to the census. Well, it's vital that we get more women in work, because in the last census we discovered that it had fallen by 20%. I made that figure up, but you know what I'm driving at. So we need a raft of policies to ensure that we get mums back to work. So these are damned important things. I happen to think they're rather too intrusive, and famously I got into a bit of trouble when I refused to fill in the one that asked my faith. Nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you whatsoever. But. I would have thought the gender is probably the most important thing. Now, there are concerns been voiced it could leave civil servants without a precise figure for the number of men and women living in the country. And as the paper who puts it on its front page of the Daily Mail points out rather more succinctly than I have, it's important to plan the makeup of the population so they can plan for future and fill the future and allocate resources. In the most recent census, I was one of those, 4 million people declined to answer the only voluntary question, what is your religion? Well, in the 2001 census, that's where they came round and banged on the door. And you can go to jail for not filling the census. And I didn't fill it in. And they came round in the 2001. Let me get that right? Yes, 2001 it was. And I said, I'm not giving it to you. We'll go to court if you like. I'm not giving you my religion. And that's why, not me, but because of the campaign, the next time they had a census, they made it voluntary, as it should be. Do you know the last time they held a data bank? And by the way, some of the information wasn't going to be kept in the UK. It's absolutely nobody's business whether you're Jewish, Muslim, Christian, absolutely none of... If you want to fill that in, that's fine. And ultimately, because of other people, including me, they did change it next time around. None of your business. But gender, I think, probably important.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.